Okay.
Hello. So it is Monday, the 21st, and Carrie is just giving us some awesome insight on how she utilizes social media to blow up her business.
So, I was looking at my algorithms and trying to boost my algorithm. I'm mostly an Instagram girl, so focusing on Instagram, but then sprinkling on Facebook because why not? But I didn't want to, with this 30 days of lives that we're doing, I thought this would be a really good opportunity. I know from my content, my stories get the most of my uh boost in interactions, right? Because I can see that because I have my social media set up so I can actually see who's looking at what times, like I can see all of that.
And do you have to pay extra for that, or how do you get that feature
No, you just change it.
to a business?
No, don't change it to a business. Um, you that might be maybe what I can do is actually write it out and I can put it in the chat.
Okay. Yeah. Or just post um, send it in the group chat and
Yeah.
we'll send the recording and all that.
But
Um,
you can, so like, I don't know if you can see this, but like, so I can click and I can see all my interactions.
can everybody do that though?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
perfect. We just don't know how.
Yeah. The Instagram gods showed me a year ago and I was like, this is amazing. But you can also do it for Facebook. So Facebook reminded me yesterday that my interactions are low and where I should actually focus, which was interesting. Yeah, I
Facebook
just,
doesn't talk to me like that.
yeah. So with this month of lives that we're doing, and I'm a little bit of a chicken, so this is really good in pushing me out of my comfort zone. But I'm a big fan of record and post. So what I've been trying to do is mix in like the lives I make it up as I go because I don't know what I'm doing and to think it out, plan it out on the lives was stressing me out too much, right? So I'm like, we're just going to go with the flow and see what chips fall. But then for my content, I'm mixing in a little bit of educational with a lot of funny because that's my personality. It's what comes naturally.
Yeah.
And
And
the
can I interrupt for a second and ask, can you give some examples of what your educational posts look like? Like, what does education look like for you on social media?
so that's going to be on my stories. So I keep my education in my stories. And it's going to talk about like, the big thing has been GLP-1.
Yeah.
The other day, so when I say I mix educational with funny, like the other day, I made a picture and I took this from, uh, I like to make my own. I like it to be authentic to me. So I made this the other day.
That's awesome.
Which was honestly, I screenshotted from another person in our group like last year, and I have it in a save folder, and I made my own, trying to make it creative. But so then I ended up launching into actually educational about the product. I had already made these, I saved them, I'll sprinkle them in now and again. So I had so many comments on that with
Yeah.
that face being like, wait, I take vital proteins. So it
Okay.
started a lot of conversations because they're like, that's really funny, but I take
Can
that, but why should I be worried about that?
can you send that in the chat too for me?
That picture?
Yeah.
No, you guys need to make it yourself.
Oh,
No,
Carrie.
you cannot copy my stuff. Be original, be creative, or you're never gonna grow. You're You can screenshot my stuff and create your own, but that's the only way you're gonna flourish and be.
Hardcore. I'm here for
She
it.
is hardcore.
But what I do is I will borrow from other people and I will just tweak it slightly and then put it out. But you got to put it to your own voice. Because if it's always like how other people would say things, if it's always going to be how other people would post things, even the colors on that are like colors that I routinely will post on my stories, so it flows.
Yeah, for sure. And I
You know?
noticed like I use more of some story flows than others that we have in boards and stuff. And and they're all like, or a lot of them have like very strategic color patterns. And sometimes they go together and sometimes they don't. And you got to pick the right colors to go with them.
Yeah, because you do have to create your own because people can tell, and especially if it's friends of yours that might be friends with someone else on our team or something like that, like, um, they can kind of smell when you've just posted something that someone else made, right? You're gonna get better and better and better if you work at posting your own content in your own vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, back to you were saying the last 30 days, you have been increasing in your content on social media. And recently that included lives, and less recently that included funnies, and
Hmm.
even less recently included your 5 stories a day, because I know you've been doing that for longer than a month.
Yeah. So, my stories and committing to 5 a day was probably the middle of July. And then it was the end of August that I saw my impressions, go through the roof because Instagram, specifically Instagram, will send your content to other people that are coming through, right? So I always knew my stories were getting a lot of impressions, a lot of views. And the only reason other content wasn't was because I really wasn't posting consistently. You have to get consistent. Um, and so it's at least 5 stories. Um, and it can be like anything. It doesn't have to be Mo Dare. It can just be, it's creating conversation. So, uh, just posting about something like the horse show yesterday. And I literally got 10 people that were like, oh my God, you're at that horse show. And then also I had people being like, I can see you in the live stream, which I was like, well, that's great because there was a live stream at the horse show. Um, so 5 stories a day, one reel a day, or one static post or a carousel, which a static post is just one picture. A carousel is going to be multi pictures, and I will do it whatever, it's really whatever I feel like. For 30 days, I'm just doing whatever I feel like. I'm not trying to go by an algorithm. I don't have a plan. I'm just making whatever content I feel, throwing it at the wall and seeing what sticks for 30 days.
And are you planning like your next steps for after 30 days? Like, are you going to extend the 30 days if you see results? Are you going to keep some and leave some? I know I was listening to, I think it was John Melton, Eric Worre, but I could be wrong. It could have been somebody else, talking about how to utilize social media. And they said, for one, um, Instagram and Facebook, they work different. So social with Instagram, you get more following if you stick to a subject and you stay there and you're really, on one thing, and you become like almost an influencer in that area, versus on Facebook sprinkling multiple different pieces and lifestyle and lots of
Uh-oh.
different aspects. And then they said that 90 days is where you can really notice if
Hmm.
you're what you're doing on social media, how you're showing up on social media is going to stick and is going to make a difference for your business. But if you don't give it the full 90 days, that you're not giving it the full chance it deserves. So even though we do our 30-day live challenges, that's awesome and that's great and it's perfect leading up to Black Friday. But then what happens after Black Friday?
Yeah. So my plan is to create something that's very sustainable to continue this for an entire year. Um, there's 2 women that I follow and have been talking a lot with who've been helping me this summer that are really big with social media and have really worked their businesses in completely different ways on social media. And I was the beginning of the summer, I was very bogged down with niche and brand and what I had to be and what was expected, and it held me back.
Yeah,
And so I just decided,
how I feel.
end of August, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this, and started just putting out whatever I wanted. And that's the plan, to at least for 30 to 60 days, put out whatever I want. But then I can go back and I can look at my algorithms. I can see what performed the best. I can see what people responded to the best. And it's not content that I'm creating that I'm not familiar with, because I'm creating whatever I want right now,
Right.
but I'm
But it's all
allowing.
authentic to you.
Yes, yeah. um I just felt like I was putting myself in a box and trying to do something, and I'm like, it's truly holding me back. So I just threw it out the window and off we go. And people like the funny. They like mixing in with humor. They like, for my people. Um, and yes, Instagram is going to be more of your cold market, because it pushes to people that don't follow you. And then you're going to have people follow you you have never met, you don't have mutual friends, you have no idea who they are. So what I've been doing is, whenever they follow me, whenever they like whatever, I then will make sure that I share love to their stories, to their posts. I will comment on everything. Don't do just emojis, comment,
How do
and
you
make it
do that without being
meaning.
creepy? Like when you don't know them at all.
You just comment. Like, there was a girl, there's a she's like not really a bodybuilder, but she does a lot of workouts. She's kind of a workout coach, and she does riding.
I love that.
And I've been talking to her very loosely for like the past month. Like, we like each other. Like, she just started following me 3 days ago. I started following her a month ago. And we just had our first conversation yesterday, because she posted something about her horse, and I commented on how beautiful her horse was, which then led me down a rabbit hole of like, okay, I need to actually figure out who this girl is, because like, and I'm like, okay, she rides in Kentucky, she rides at this barn. Like, I did a little bit of research. We do have some mutual friends. Um, and I'm just gonna let it grow organically and just share love, my actual opinion, what I actually feel. And then it's the same thing we kind of do on Facebook, right? We say happy birthday to people, and then branch out conversations from that. But Facebook is your warm market. It's actually more of like a hot market, because you personally know those people. Um, it's like in between a warm and a hot lead. And so I mean, I've made friends now on Instagram that I've never met. And then now they're starting to become my customers.
Mm. Oh, it's awesome.
You just have to dedicate the time. I do an hour a day right now. I'll be sitting in bed watching TV. Instead of mindlessly just watching TV, I will do two things at once.
And you're full time in this business?
Um, yes and no, because I have always done multiple things. I've always had like three jobs. I still do ride and teach, and I work for my family doing other things. I would say, because it's all intertwined. I don't know, because I will be on a horse and I'll be texting and calling people. So I guess
So how many hours do you think you work Modera a day?
at least four.
At least
Yeah, at least
that's
four.
part-time, lady.
Well, not when well, it depends. It depends on how efficient you can make the time. I mean, I'm not going to work, I mean, working 8 hours, I don't,
Yeah, but that's killer that you're able to do that and be
yeah,
successful and see growth.
yeah,
That goes to show like what you're doing is working.
yeah. I just made the decision, if I'm going to do this on social media and really push my algorithms, and it has nothing, I only have just over, I don't know, like 1,000 or so followers, but that's 1,000 people that are not ordering from me.
Mm. That's a good way to look at it, lady.
Right? And
Right.
there's
There's 7 billion people on this world, and I've got 20 customers. Like,
and um the other thing with that, because it doesn't matter the followers. You can keep gaining followers and no one's buying from you.
uh,
So I'll even go through who's following me, specifically. And I will, if they have a story, right? If their little bubble is lit up, I will go look at their story. I will go love on them, whatever. I'll create conversations, create opportunities. I don't know. I look at it just like you're going to be talking to someone who's like, oh my God, I have this back issue. And I just did it yesterday at a horse show. Never met this woman in my life. We just started talking because we had dogs. She used to ride, can't ride anymore. Was riding at my friend's barn, and I sold her collagen yesterday.
Awesome.
You know? So it's about starting conversations and just making the time to do it.
Yeah, that's a great insight. Well, I haven't said hi to Lila yet. Lila and Helen, how are you doing? Thank you for listening in.
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Do either of you have any questions, or anything you want to ask or talk about or discuss?
Lala, you can go if you
Honestly,
want.
honestly, I loved everything that she has already covered. I mean, pretty much.
I ask a lot of
Just
questions. I try to get those out.
yeah, no, she did great. I loved it. I'm like already got half a page of notes and everything. Um, I guess what like my thing like how do you get into like the habit of like posting on Instagram more? Because I've like always posted on Facebook
Yeah.
and oh my gosh, it has been a struggle. I'm getting better with stories because I'll add my story to my Instagram and it automatically sends it to my Facebook, which is amazing. But I just don't know how to like switch over to that aspect of it, I guess.
Like, are you specifically talking about posting like a reel or static post or anything on Instagram, right?
Yeah, yep.
So fun fact, did you know that you could schedule your posts?
No.
Yeah. So, I think I literally said this to Tommy yesterday and he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, you
Yeah.
can schedule them." Um, so say I was going to, I wish I could bring it up on my computer. Okay, say that I was just going to post this picture. Okay.
Okay.
What we're going to do is scroll all the way down to more options.
Okay.
If I click on more options and then see where it says schedule content.
Yes.
Yep. So you're going to click that, and then this pops up where you can literally pick a day. So I will schedule I will do my content on one day, and then um you have to do it bit by bit so you don't get overwhelmed. That's a big thing.
Hmm.
I got really overwhelmed in the beginning. Don't overwhelm yourself because you want it to grow and you want to enjoy this. And now I'm starting to really enjoy this. But you can add everything on there. You can schedule it. You can also share it to Facebook. I'm doing that because it makes my life easier because I'm trying to keep um my goal on just Instagram for now because I don't want to overwhelm myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but for you, it still would be a good way. I don't know if you can do that on Facebook. I haven't been able to yet, but I'm also not a big Facebook person. So something that's my goal next month to learn more about Facebook. Um,
Gotcha.
but you can schedule it. I will also put an alarm on my phone for 10 minutes before, 15 minutes before it schedules. This is really crazy, but and then I will comment on people's posts and I will create a little bit of a buzz. Like I will do some stuff on my Instagram.
This is dedication, by the way.
That
You
is, yeah, this is
have
awesome.
you have to. Because Instagram will reward me and will boost it more. I don't want to do that. Just leave me alone. Um, because I'm interacting with people. Basically, it just wants to keep you on the app. So anything you do that keeps people on the app or keeps you on the app, it's going to reward you.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, Carrie. That's amazing.
But again, nothing's going to transfer over unless you're actually creating connections with people. That's the most important thing. So,
Yep,
like, for all of you guys, I
absolutely.
would say go through your followers. And if you don't already connect with them, just reconnect with them. I wonder if I
Hey
actually like,
guys. Oh,
no,
I'm
go
just
for it.
gonna say thank you so much. I really just take this time to make sure I get some working hours in, and it also motivates me to do 1 day a week of some horse stuff. And I am gonna find some vending opportunities for myself, just to get myself out there because I kind of rely on Jeannie to, get me connected with the horse world. So thanks, ladies. I always enjoy it. But
Well, we always love seeing you on and love
yeah,
your participation. And it's so great to just be able to include the people that want to be involved.
yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Anything else to add? Carrie, Lila, any questions or
No,
concerns?
I'm good.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we're got 3 minutes left. So if there's nothing else, we can go a little early. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else I'd like to add. I don't know if there's anything Carrie'd like to add.
I was gonna try to show you, maybe I'll show you guys now how to change it over to, I
Oh,
can't, I
I was
did,
gonna ask you. So in
yes.
Florida, I thought you told me to change my Instagram to a business account, but now you're saying it should be a personal account?
So that's the thing. I don't remember off the top of my head which, that's why I was like, so I do know there is a difference between a business account and a professional account.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to be professional.
this is a lot.
Yeah, because so that's why I was like, when you asked me at the beginning, I was like, off the top of my head, I don't remember how to do that. So that's why I'm literally looking now because I manage my boyfriend's business account for his business,
Mhm.
and it's a pain in the butt because it only allows you certain music and certain things.
Really?
The
However,
business is ridiculous. I have one of those
That
on
explains so
Facebook,
much.
yes,
and it's not worth it.
yeah. However, but that's why you want the professional account. However, with a business account, Instagram will actually push it more, but it limits you. So, but if you are your own person and representing yourself, you should do a professional account. And I am trying to remember how I did that, and I don't. So that's why I was like, maybe I'll play with it later because it was like a really long time ago that I switched it. But you want the professional account. Yeah, so I'll have to play with that. I don't want to
It's
waste your
your
time.
that's your homework.
Yeah. I don't remember her. Or everyone can Google it. They can be
Yeah.
very independent and self-sufficient and not rely on me because I have a lot of posting I'm doing, obviously. And Google. Google is my best friend. If I don't know how to do something, like I Googled how to use Canva the other day, and now I'm like, I made trifolds for my peeps and like made QR codes, and I made someone's cards and stuff. I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this,
My
but
problem is I have to re-Google that stuff every time because I don't do it often enough. Yeah.
yeah. So I say Google.
Canva is amazing.
Yeah, because Rachel showed me and Daniela like over a year ago, and I just can't remember how to do it.
Well, if you figure out if you can see on your Instagram if you have a professional account and where it says it, send a screenshot in the chat, if you will. I can't
Oh,
Google
it
that.
says no, it says professional dashboard, so that's what you should see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But but you don't, okay. So we need to figure out how to get it there. Business.
I know it's in accounts. I just honestly don't know.
Switch account type to personal account or switch to creator account. So I'm guessing I switched to creator account.
Yeah, they might have changed it. Do you have a business account right now?
Yeah, because you told me to switch it.
We're not all right. Google it. Google. That's why I was like, if I could walk people through it, I definitely would, but um
Okay, let's see if that did anything. Okay, now it says professional dashboard. So you
okay, so
need to
creator
click
account.
creator account. And then hopefully, then I can link that to my personal Facebook.
Yeah, maybe that's why it wasn't doing it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. We got it all sorted out. Well, thank you so much for your time and for sharing all of your wisdom. And I appreciate all you ladies for hopping on. And yeah, there's nothing else. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, ladies.